Check, check, check.
To lift me up when I'm lonely. I got God to show me the way. I got God always there to remind me I can surrender, let go and know that I got God. Every time I feel separation and I'm feeling so all alone, I call out to Spirit, and that sweet voice of love just leads me back home. I got God, to lift me up when I'm lonely. I got God, to show me the way. I got God, always there to remind me I can surrender, let go and know that I got God. Yeah. When I'm afraid or feel insecure, I need to stop and look deep inside and connect to that power that even when I resist it, it can't be denied. I got God, lift me up when I'm lonely. I got God to show me the way. I got God always there to remind me I can surrender, let go and know. I got God, yeah, I got God.
So testing, 1, 2, 3.
Sounds great to me. Actually, David, could I ask you, would you be willing to do the button to mute and unmute yourself today? You don't have to hold it down, you just tap it so it goes
Okay.
and now you're muted. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, one less thing for me to toss back and forth. Check, check.
Wanted a real home with flowers on the windowsill. But if you wanna live in New York City, honey, you know I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I never thought I could get satisfaction from just one man. But if anyone can keep me happy, you're the one who can. And where you lead, I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow. Oh, where you lead, I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will
I've already got the handheld set up for you, Judy. Yeah. You'll just have to tap the button to mute and unmute it for yourself this time, okay? It's already up here on the table. Thank you.
I'm gonna follow where you lead. I'm gonna follow, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna follow where you lead. I'm gonna follow where you lead. I'm gonna follow where you lead. I'm gonna follow, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's our cue. Good morning, everyone, including those of you who are joining us online. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor. My name is Judy, and I am your host today, and Reverend David is my co-host.
You know, the unity movement embraces the inherent worth and diversity of every individual and fostering an environment of acceptance and respect for all people without distinction of any kind. So we come together to encourage and support one another in our individual spiritual journeys. So wherever you are in that process, we're glad that you joined us today.
While it is a well-traveled land, we would like to respectfully acknowledge that the land in which we gather today is the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, comprising of the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi peoples. We are grateful to work, learn, and live in this area.
Well, I am delighted to have Angelica. Angelica is playing double duty today. Justin's not here, so she's sort of doing both things. So if you see her running back and forth, that's the reason. Anyway, glad to have you doing double duty. I mean, not really. I don't, not really wanting you to do double duty, but we're appreciative. Okay. And
She's
also,
so talented.
yeah, she is. And also, so glad to have you with me, Judy.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to begin our service with an opening prayer. Let's get centered in our seats. Let's take in a deep breath, and let's focus our attention on our hearts. Now we are centered. Let's unlock that space within ourselves and feel. Feel your soul. Feel that love, that peace, that joy. Every time we notice something beautiful, no matter how small, we connect with our soul. Every time we open our hearts to simple joys, we connect with Spirit. You are the love of God, the peace that passes understanding, and the joy of Spirit. When you get still and connect, this healing energy overflows in you and travels through your whole body, washing over every part of you, and you are renewed and restored. Thank you so much, God, for these gifts. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. I do want to remind everyone that Sean Sharkey, right here, raise your hand, Sean. Sean is our prayer chaplain today, and he will be upstairs in the prayer room directly after the service, and will be available to pray with anyone that would like to have prayer.
And of course, we have the prayer request box right over here with the slips and a pen. Fill in your name or a name of someone who you wish to have prayer for, and the prayer team will pray over it for 30 days.
So I do want to remind you also that we do have an online prayer service available. It's a Silent Unity. There's someone at this phone number, which is 1-800-NOW-PRAY. There's someone there 24/7, and if you feel like you need someone to pray with you, and it's early in the morning, well, be aware that there's someone that's willing to pray for you no matter what time it is, and that's at 1-800-NOW-PRAY.
Right. Okay, so now it's time for some music. Angelica, what do you have for us today?
So I do invite you to stand up if you're willing and able. Yeah. And so we can start with our first song. I can see clearly now.
Let's do it. Here we go. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Like seconds make it now, the pain has gone. All
can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. All right, thanks everyone. Appreciate you all. Great job. All right, next up, the power of now. The power of now is always present, nowhere to be than where you are. The power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now is ever flowing, connecting us all to the one. The power of now unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. of now. The power of now. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated.
Thank you, Angelica. I love
you.
that song selection.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. And the clouds have pretty much gone away. It wasn't that way when I was driving here. I want you to know it's like pouring when I was driving here.
So, about Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, we are a progressive spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, living consciously, and making a positive difference in the world. As part of New Thought and the worldwide unity movement, we strive to be compassionate, inclusive, open-minded, service-oriented, abundant, and spirit-filled.
Unity teaches that each person is a unique individual expression of God, and our realization of that truth evolves as we expand our consciousness through prayer and meditation. Unity emphasizes that we create our experience of life according to the thoughts and the feelings that we hold in mind. Affirmative prayer is the highest form of creative thought, while meditation stills our minds and heightens our awareness of our oneness with spirit, our oneness with each other, and our oneness with all of life. And so living from that awareness transforms us, and in turn, it transforms the world.
So our affirmation for April is, the power of my thoughts and words moves me ever closer to the truth of my being. Will you affirm that with me, please?
The power of my thoughts and words moves me ever closer to the truth of my being. And now we have some special music by Angelica. Bless you, bless you, bless you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Let's kick it. And if you know this, sing along with me. When the sky above you, those are not the words. Let's try again. Sorry. So close. Here we go. One more time. One more time. I went too far. Here we go. When you're down and troubled and you need some loving care, and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh, baby, yes, you've got a friend. Oh, darling, yes, you've got a friend. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
We definitely have you as a friend today,
Oh,
and you are
cheers.
definitely there and there and
Yes.
there and there
And at the end
and
of the day,
there.
sometimes you also have to be your own best friend.
That's true.
And I'm so glad I can all say all of you are my friends, and thank you for your compassion and understanding always.
Oh,
Cheers.
bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love your voice. Thank you so much. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see all of you here, and good to see all of our all of you out there that we can't see, but we know you're out there. So, someone dropped this off at my desk, and obviously they did not want to be identified. So it's called the rules, and I'm going to read them. So the rules. Rule number 1, the female always makes the rules. Rule number 2, the rules are subject to change at any time without prior notification. Rule number 3, no male can possibly know all the rules. Number 4, if the female suspects the male knows all the rules, she must immediately change some or all of the rules. Rule number 5, the female is never wrong. If the female is wrong, it is because of a flagrant misunderstanding which was a direct result of something the male did or said. If Rule 6 applies, the male must apologize immediately for causing the misunderstanding. The female can change her mind at any given point in time, and the male must never change his mind without express written permission from the female. And the female has every right to be angry or upset at any time. And the male must remain calm at all times unless the female wants him to be angry or upset. I know, I said somebody left it for me. Anyway, obviously it is not setting the right tone. Anyway, all right. So today, I want to start with an affirmation. And we always have a monthly affirmation. But today, I want to start the affirmation for this week. And so this week, I want you to keep this particular affirmation in mind. It's very short. It's very simple. I am divine love in expression. Can you repeat that with me? I am divine love in expression. You know, as most of you know, we recently received some really great news that the Husseini family, the Afghanistan refugees that we are sponsoring here at Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, they're going to be arriving in Windsor within 5 to 10 weeks. And for me, the story of how this all came about is truly inspiring, and I'm honored to be a small part of it. So, it started in November of 2022, and I received a letter from Reverend Cynthia Vermillion Foster asking Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor to consider helping a young man by the name of Mohammed Husani, to help him get his family out of Afghanistan. Cynthia worked with me on the Unity Canada Board and serves as the Unity Canada Board regional representative. She also lives in Missouri. Mohammed was actually had a student visa and was in Missouri. So Mohammed was on the hit list of the Taliban because of his humanitarian work that he had been doing with his friend Jawed. They both started a nonprofit called Change Makers of the World as teenagers with the primary goal of ensuring that every child and individual, both boys and girls, had access to quality education. They both managed to escape to Pakistan as the Taliban took over control. Mohammed, as I noted, managed to quickly get a visa, a student visa, and escaped to the safety of a family in Missouri that sponsored him. And so he was able to get to Missouri, and Reverend Cynthia, who lives in Missouri, as I said, knew this family, and so offered to help get Mohammed's story or message out to the Unity communities in Canada, which had a sponsorship program at that time, although that sponsorship program has now been closed, it's been filled. So, but Mohammed's family needed to get out of Afghanistan because they too were being persecuted by the Taliban because of the activities of their son. So when we first received the information, the board, we talked about it, and it was sent out to other communities, Unity communities, and pretty much everyone just sort of looked at the project and said, well, no, we really don't have the resources. We're really too small of a community to do something like that. We don't have the money. We've never done anything like this before, so definitely not at this time. But some of us felt something, perhaps an extra tug at the heart. Perhaps we just saw that glimmer of hope and possibility. We invited anyone who was interested to attend an information gathering, Zoom meeting with Cynthia, Mohammed, and myself. So Donna Wojnarowski, who was the board president at that time, she came to the meeting, and so did Bob McGuire, another one of our board members. And after hearing Mohammed's story and learning about the threat to his family and his mother and father and his 4 siblings, to truly understand that, it became very clear that helping this family was exactly what needed to be done. So Donna and Bob stepped in to form a sponsorship team to help sponsor this family to come over. And their work is what has led us to where we are today. So I'm really grateful for Bob and for Donna for taking this project on and having the faith to see it through to this point. A new chapter is about to begin for the Husani family and also for us. I encourage you to give some thought and prayer as to what your part might be in helping this family begin their new life here in Windsor. And you might consider joining the sponsorship team as it plans out its next steps. So it's a big job, but together we can do it. I did, in the letter that I send out every week, I did give quite a bit of more information about the Hussaini family, and so if you haven't read it yet, I invite you to do so. But what we felt, I think, at the core of this story is what our subject is today, which is compassion. So let's do that. Let's do our affirmation for this week. I am divine love in expression. Will you say that with me? I am divine love in expression. One more time. I am divine love in expression. And my friends, we are. So, like I said, we've recently been exploring our core values here at Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, and today we are looking at the core value of compassion or being compassionate. So let's sort of look at the definition of compassion. Compassion alludes to kindness and sympathy, but there is something deeper, something even more profoundly powerful in its meaning. The origin of the word helps us grasp the true breadth and significance of compassion. In Latin, compati means suffer with. It's realizing at a profound level that we share the same human predicament. Being compassionate is having a feeling of deep sympathy and sorrow for another who is stricken by misfortune, accompanied by a strong desire to alleviate that suffering. For me, compassion is a tender-hearted feeling of love followed by action, followed by putting feet to our prayers, as we say in Unity. For me, true compassion is love expressed. It is a call to be in relationship, and such a love truly changes lives. I am a divine love in expression. I am divine love in expression. So the Dalai Lama says, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. I think all of us can agree that happiness is something that we want. We want happiness. And the Dalai Lama is saying that the key to happiness is compassion. But the Dalai Lama also said that compassion is a necessity, not a luxury. And he also said that our survival as a human species depends on compassion, and thus putting it into practice. So the practice of compassion is central to every world religion. Compassion in Judaism is one of the central attributes of the divine. And similarly, in the Muslim tradition, foremost among God's attributes are mercy and compassion. I don't know if you know it or not, but there's 114 chapters in the Quran. And all of them, with the exception of just one, all of them, 113 of them, begin in the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. In the New Testament, we read 2 Corinthians 1, verses 3 through 4. It says, "Praise be to the God and Father of the Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God." And in Buddhism, the ideal of Buddhist practice is to selflessly act to alleviate suffering wherever it appears. And you may argue that it's impossible to eliminate suffering, yet the practice calls for us to make the effort. So also the Buddha taught that to realize enlightenment, a person must develop two qualities: wisdom and compassion. For us in Unity, there's only one presence and one power in the universe and in our lives. And we believe and we preach and teach that we are one. We are connected with each other, with spirit and with all of life. But believing this is good. Believing this is good, but living from that truth is where the rubber hits the road. In truth, there is no their suffering and my suffering. It is always our suffering. And knowing that our neighbor's suffering is our own, and even our enemy's suffering is our own, requires us to live differently. In Galatians 6:2, Paul instructs us to carry each other's burdens, and in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ. To carry each other's burdens. This is a crucial time that we live in when we are bound together politically, economically, and electronically, but never before have we been so just divided. Let's make that affirmation one more time. I am divine love in expression. Will you repeat that? Feel it. I am divine love in expression. Can you take that into your heart and just feel that? One more time. I am divine love in expression. Robina Curtin is an Australian author and Buddhist nun trained in the Tibetan Buddhist Gelugpa tradition. And she says, it is said that just as a bird needs two wings, we need both wisdom and compassion. The inner wing of our practice is wisdom, and the outer wing is compassion. That's the action wing, the political wing, the social work wing. Robina points out that when we work on our own mind, we are developing the meditation wing, our wisdom wing. The more we do so, the more we will decrease our delusions and increase our positive qualities and increase our own sense of happiness. By working on our own mind, we increase our sense of connectedness. And inevitably, we have no choice but to put ourselves out there for the benefit of others. Robina says a bird needs two wings. It's not enough just for us to have an internal practice. It's got to be externalized. It's an inevitable product of our practice if we're doing the job properly. And it's just like our fifth unity principle, which is that, knowing all of these spiritual truths, more important, that's good, knowing these spiritual truths, but the most important thing is putting these spiritual truths to work in our lives. Joan Halifax is an American Zen Buddhist teacher, anthropologist, ecologist, civil rights activist, hospice caregiver, and the author of several books on Buddhism and spirituality. She says, compassion is not possible without attentional balance. And this is what she means. She says, our capacity to actually look deeply into what is happening in the present moment necessitates that we're able to be very grounded and not divided in our attention, not dispersed in our attention, nor distracted. What she is saying is it's about being fully present, fully attentive to whatever it is that you are doing. So Deepak Chopra wrote an article called The Health Benefits of Practicing Compassion. It's on his website, and it's still available on his website. I made note of it many years ago. In it, Chopra discusses numerous scientific studies that have been done over the years, over the past I guess, about 35 years now by the National Institute of Health and by major universities such as Harvard and Stanford. They use sophisticated brain scans and monitoring of the blood pressure and heart rate to show that acts of compassion and even watching acts of compassion has a positive effect, a positive beneficial effect on blood pressure and heart rates, and helps us enjoy better physical health, and speeds up recovery from disease. I mean, there's a lot of these scientific studies that are proving just that, and may even increase our lifespan. So Chopra believes that compassion is an evolved part of human nature, rooted in our brain and biology. In other words, as human beings evolved, we became more aware of the good that results from empathy and kindness, and we developed an alternative to selfishness. So he said the key to developing compassion in your life is to make it a daily practice. So according to Chopra, a compassionate lifestyle includes these things: letting go of judgment, practice being more accepting of others, appreciating how other people feel, trying to help in difficult situations, acting as a sympathetic listener, renouncing anger and aggression, and working to maintain a harmonious, peaceful atmosphere at home and at work. Can you see how all of these things can be put into practice? All of these things, when put into practice, will lead to a kinder, more gentle world. Chopra didn't say it would be easy. And actually, none of the writings of any of the Buddhist writings that I've looked at said it was going to be easy. But it's something that has to be practiced. So like any talent that we develop, any talent that we want to express, we must practice it. We must put it to use. So let's repeat that affirmation one more time. I am divine love in expression. One more time. I am divine love in expression. Compassion truly is a beautiful core value. It's a beautiful core value to have. It's a beautiful core value to practice. Compassion helps us mend relationships and move forward while fostering emotional intelligence and well-being. Emotional intelligence involves being able to manage our own emotions. Part of being able to do this includes the ability to develop positive emotions in ourselves. Today at 12:15 in our upstairs classroom, our licensed Unity teacher Mariette Jones over here will be facilitating a class on mindful self-compassion, providing a healing, helpful opportunity for us to grow our inner voice of kindness. So we've got a workshop at 12:15 upstairs just to explore this in more depth, and you're invited to attend. So as I prepare to bring this talk to an end and lead us in our meditation, I want to read a quote from Rupert Spira, one of my spiritual teachers. He says, love, or non-separation, is the nature of awareness, and compassion is the name that we give to the action we take in the world that is informed by and expressing that love. Let me repeat that. Love or non-separation is the nature of awareness, and compassion is the name we give to the action we take in the world that is informed by and expresses that love. Compassion is love in action. So let's prepare for our meditation. So I do want to go over a little bit that we're going to do. I frequently do a metta. I frequently do a meditation, which is a Buddhist meditation. And this is another version of that was created by Harry Palmer, who is the Avatar founder. Also, as most of you know, Bob McGuire and his wife Joanne are both Avatar masters. So this is an exercise that you can do at any time. And if you'd like a copy of this, the next time you see Bob, he'll be glad to give you one because he keeps them around. And he loves this little exercise, and it is truly a wonderful way to increase your compassion. So it's an exercise to increase your compassion. So it can be done anywhere. You can do it, and it's meant to be done anywhere. Well, like when you're at the airport and you're waiting for an airplane, you can just concentrate on a person that you see. And this is what you would say with your attention on that person. And you don't want to be intrusive. This is just something that you're mindful of a person. It may be a friend also that you're mindful of. It may be an enemy or someone that you've had hard feelings for. But it can be any of these people, but you bring your attention to that person. And you say, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness in his or her life. Just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his or her life. And then the next step would be, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life. And then the third step is, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. And the fourth is, just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. And then the last step is, just like me, this person is learning about life. So this is just a little type of meditation. It's an exercise in compassion. So I'm going to invite you to bring to mind right now, as you settle and get really comfortable in your seat, we're going to go through this slowly. So you can bring to mind someone that you love. You can bring to someone to mind that you have no strong feelings for, one way or the other. Or you can bring to that person to mind a person that has perhaps caused you some problems in the past, that you maybe have felt hurt feelings because of. So bring that person in mind as we just sit here totally, completely present in this moment with that person visualized in our mind. And we say this, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his or her life. Just like me, this person is seeking some happiness in his or her life. Just like me. Allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to say the words again if you wish to do so. Just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his or her life. So again, with attention on that person, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life. Just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life, just like me. Again, with that person in mind, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, despair. Just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. Just like me. Just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. Just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. Just like me. And again, with attention on that person, just like me, this person is learning about life. Just like me, this person is learning about life. So with these words still fresh on your heart and in your mind, I invite you to just rest a little while in the silence as we sit here with open hearts and open minds to the presence of Spirit and the company of each other. So I invite you to bring your attention back to this room. And throughout this coming week, I invite you to just repeat that I am divine love in expression. Remind yourself throughout this week, I am divine love in expression. And my friends, you truly are. You're all the love that the world needs, each and every one of you. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Bless you. And we will continue.
Well, Reverend David, I really loved your presentation. It's so gentle, and I love the way you put it all together today. I didn't know some things, that compassion is love accompanied with action, wisdom, and then compassion. And I see where the wisdom sort of settles a person down into that space of where they can then be compassionate. And we all need compassion, or we will sometime in our life need compassion from others. So we should be compassionate when we can. That's what I loved about that. I'd like to thank Angelica. Oh, yeah. The music was beautiful as always. Just want to know when you're, cutting your own album. Hey. Okay. And so thanks, Angelica, for double duty. Yeah, and a little bit from Paul.
Yeah, and thank you, Paul, too. Okay, so at this time, let's take to heart our vision, mission, and statement of being.
So we have a global vision. Will you please speak it with me? Our vision
Vision
is a world
powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And we have a sacred mission. Will you say that with me? We inspire and empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world.
And we have a personal statement of being. Let's say this together. The I am is so powerful.
I am a dynamic center of the Christ light, mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all. So we do have a few announcements today.
Okay, so as we mentioned, right at 12:15, Mariette Jones will be upstairs in the classroom offering us a self-compassion workshop, which is about healing, a helpful opportunity for us to grow our inner voice of kindness. Do you struggle with a critical voice in your head? No, not us, I don't think. Mariette will facilitate a safe space for us to uncover and practice our nurturing voice of compassion.
So next Sunday, Jerry Gazella is going to be joining us for Divine Conversations. Our topic of discussion will be transcending self through relationships. And Jerry is a personal coach with professional counseling training and experience, and has certificates in hypnosis and relaxation training. Following the Divine Conversations, he's going to be presenting a workshop at 12:30. It's going to be here in the chapel. We're going to be recording parts of it. Jerry says that we will be exploring the following goal together as a community: how to deeply relate as one, spirit to spirit, as human beings. Emphasis is on relating, he says. In the workshop, we will identify barriers influencing our relationships, identify and practice suggestions for healthy relating, and increase confidence while relating, and inspire a transcendent relationship mindset. So there is a suggested love offering of $20 for the workshop, and I think it's going to be a fascinating workshop.
Please plan to join us for our special Mother's Day potluck, which will be, I've got the wrong date
April the
here.
14th. It's an April 14th?
No,
20.
it must be May.
May. Oh, May.
Right?
Yeah, May.
Yes, May the 14th.
Never mind.
The 12th. Oh, May the 12th. Okay.
May. It's right up here.
Oh, good.
That's correct.
Thank goodness for this. At 11:30.
And that was a typo, wasn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
And so we're trying to get together the children's ministry back up and running. If you're interested in helping out with this in any way, please put your name down on the sign-up sheet in the fellowship hall. And thank you very much. Just having the joy of that energy of children, it'd be wonderful again. And Reverend David, I have a little announcement.
Oh.
And mine is that the seminar team is doing a seminar, the next seminar, and there will be a few more following that one, but the next seminar is the last Sunday in May, which is May the 26th. Mary Cush, the angel lady, who was supposed to do a talk here, but something happened and wasn't able to make it. She's doing a seminar for us, and she'll be talking about angels, her experiences channeling them, and how this happened to her, which is a funny story. There's a sign-up sheet in hospitality, and I would encourage you to sign up early because I think this is really going to be well attended. Thank you.
Okay. Again, Sean, right here, will be upstairs as soon as we finish the service here. He'll be upstairs in the prayer room, and we'll be glad to pray with you if you would like someone to pray with. Thank you, Sean.
All of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by your generous donations. Our heartfelt thanks for your continuous support. We've created many easy ways to donate, which you can find on our website.
We do have a love offering box for those of you here, and it's right here at the entry from the foyer into the chapel. Again, you're the ones that make all of this happen, so thank you so much for not only your financial contributions that help us out, but also for the many, many ways in which you volunteer. And all of you, there's just, we are so blessed to have so many really wonderful volunteers. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's time to stand. We'll open our hearts and minds in gratitude as we close by speaking out loud or silently, if you prefer, our love offering prayer, followed by the peace song and closing with the prayer for protection. Together. Divine love
in me and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give,
and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us.
I am light.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am love.
And the power of God protects us.
I am power.
And the presence of God watches over us.
I am presence.
And wherever we are, God is.
I am divine.
And my friends, you truly are. Thank you for being here, and please join us upstairs for refreshments.